Hi sweet people of the internet, I am Annie and welcome to my channel. This is my second Erasmus vlog and I'm gonna talk about the things that happened after the application. So last time, first I said something about the money I would get from the scholarship, and now I know how much I get. It was actually 220 euros for a month. And I already got my first payment, so that is good. And so it was actually more than I expected. But unfortunately there were some problems with my home institution, because apparently they sent me my acceptance letter thing a bit too early, because I wasn't accepted at that point. And well, that was a bit shitty. And then they were sending me an email, well, like, this isn't really an acceptance form yet. We actually send them out a bit too early, because otherwise the other forms might have been too late or whatever. And then, yeah, that was a bit weird, because I already told all of my friends and I already told you on the internet that it would work, but at that point it wasn't even 50% sure. But then after 1 week, one and a half weeks, I sent an email to our coordinator in England, and he then again 1 or 2 days later he told me that I indeed was accepted, and he sent me my offer letter, and I had to fill out this acceptance letter thing and send that back to him, and everything was fine. And I also could then fill out the form I got too early from my home institution. Everything was good. Yes, and that is where the things got even more complicated. First thing is I had to further fill out forms for the German BAföG, and they also needed an acceptance form, certificate of enrollment thing from the UK, and the coordinator filled it out for me, sent it to me, plus sent it to them like the real thing. I only got a scan. And then I saw that it had a wrong date in it, and I said, yeah, okay, I don't know if this is wrong or if I just don't get it, but then it turned out that it was actually wrong, and he made a mistake, and then I was like, and he filled it out again and sent it over to Germany again, and I got my new scan thing, and the people I had to give it to were already complaining, like it is always, and that was a point where I thought, wow, everything's just, nothing works. Then the other thing I had to do was to look for some sort of accommodation, and first I want to tell you some internet pages you can check if you are also looking for accommodation, but this is only for the UK and especially the southern area. First one is sash.co.uk, then poshpads.com, especially in Southampton we also have criers. Then we have this site called studnofree.com. First, we also had a Facebook group for our Erasmus year thing, whatever, at that special university. And I got into that group, and there were some people looking for a roommate or for someone to buddy up with. And I was just posting a comment, blah blah. Some days later they decided for someone and they wanted to take me in because I'm fabulous. No, really. And they are such cool people, really. They are 3 girls from the Netherlands and 1 boy from Canada, and they are such sweet people. I already love them. Okay, no, really. And they are just cool, sweet people, and I am already looking forward to meeting them in about 1 week. We then started they already looked up some houses to rent online and contacted some landlords, and after that, after I joined, we were searching on and on for other houses, and Then after some weeks we finally found a house we all liked and that sounded good and had quite good price range. So I think it was about 300 or so, I think £300 a month, but utility bills not included yet. But for the UK that seems to be quite a good price. So and then we just we already had contact to the landlord, and then we said we'll take that house and sign the contracts, but we also had to pay a deposit before we went there. Like, I don't know, I think it was like a month before moving there. Well, it depends anyways. It was again something, I think £350, so quite much again. And then we had to pay the rent for the first 3 months, I think 2 weeks before the start of September, so I already paid that by now. And that's that. So we did not see the house until now, like for real, only the pictures in the internet, because that would be very expensive to go there just to view some houses. But you really have to decide on that one for your own, if you would rather want to see that live, or if you are just fine with pictures. And you just have to somehow try to just get how the landlord is like. We also found a landlord we were talking to, but I don't know, he just didn't seem that serious, that business-like, just, like a bit weird. I don't know, I don't want to talk someone down here, but sometimes you just feel like, this is gonna work out. The third or so thing, I forgot to count. The third thing I had to take care about was, how am I gonna pay stuff while being in the UK? Because of course I just could have used my German bank cash card thing, but that would always cost me some fees when like getting money from a cash point, and it would also cost me some fees when just paying directly with it. And so I decided to I decided to get myself a credit card, and I got one by Bureaucratic card, just so you know. And that was actually pretty easy. You could do most of that online. Then at one point you just get, I think you just do everything online, print out a contract, sign it, send it to them, and then after, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks maximum, you get your credit card. And that again depends on every credit card company. But just so you know, it wasn't that hard, and with that I can now pay again and blah blah. It's again not totally easy and not completely free of any fees, but for me this special credit card I got is quite good. And I also had to, I didn't really have to do that, but I did it. I got an extra health insurance for being in the UK, just so that I am a bit more safe. For, I don't know, if I'm getting really really sick, that I can be transported back to Germany and such things that usually are not included in the European health insurance thing that I have, whatever. And that was again quite easy, but any further information on this would be a bit strange, because you would anyways have to check what you can get, and I don't want to make like advertisement for anyone right now. But just so you know, maybe you should also take care of that, and you should just check what your health insurance would do for you, and if there is something missing, and there is probably something going to miss, like this whole international stuff and transporting you back and whatever, then maybe you should also get an extra health insurance just for that period of time. And mine cost me just about €60 in total for the 5 months, and that is really really cheap. So Of course, or no, I don't even think that you know that, but I am not living with my parents anymore. I'm a real grown-up, and that means that I also had to get a tenant for my own room here in Germany. So other people might only need to get accommodation abroad, but I also had to get someone for my room because, you know, that's a bit easier than like cancelling my rent contract thing here and then searching for a new room in Germany while being in the UK. That would be way more complicated. So I thought I could just get a tenant for the period of time I'm in the UK, and that was again a bit complicated because my roommate in Germany wasn't there, and every time I had someone over at my room and they were checking it out, I couldn't introduce them to their future roommate, which was a bit stupid, but yeah, you know, this is the time of the internet and we all have mobile phones, so that's, you can imagine that. And yeah, at first no one really messaged me about my ad that I had put on a website. By the way, for all of you Germans watching this video, for all of the Germans watching this video, or maybe if you are going to Germany and are looking for accommodation, I would always suggest wggesucht.de, because that's basically what all the students use. And well, after 2 weeks then people were finally panicking about not getting accommodation, that is not only for a period of time, because usually people will only want a room where they can stay like forever, but mine's like always for 1 semester, and that's why it took a bit longer for people to actually wanting to get that, because you know I then got some people and I decided for someone, and yeah, that's it. I just wanted to mention that I always had to take care of that, and I had to make a contract for that and check everything, that everything's clear, and it's just again so much just to take care of. I really just don't underestimate that, please, if you're also gonna go through this whole Erasmus fuck shit. And as I see that I have already talked way too much and I don't want to make my videos too long, I will cut it here and post a link of the following vlog, which I am gonna shoot right after that one, I wanna just split it up. Okay, so I hope you liked this kind of confusing vlog as well, though it was confusing, or maybe even because it was confusing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye bye!